Hi, everyone, and welcome. Hopefully, you all are doing well. Welcome in, everybody. I am doing absolutely fantastic today. Um, Please ignore the mess in the background. I'm still kind of organizing things in the background here today. That is where that is at. But let us go ahead, and I'm going to be starting here in a couple of minutes. I'm just going to go ahead and share out the live here and everything like that. We'll be starting very much momentarily here while I go ahead and share it out. Alrighty, so I do apologize about that. I'm just getting things started here. So hopefully you all are doing absolutely fantastic and are having an absolutely wonderful, wonderful Sunday. It has been a good Sunday overall and a good weekend. This week for me is a 2-day week technically because of the fact that I took off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and yeah, so that'll be like a few day long weekend. So that is for myself. Alrighty, so let me go ahead and get the music started. All right. All right, so hopefully everyone is doing well and welcome in everybody. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today we're going to be doing the weekly for the week of March 23rd of 2025. So hopefully you are doing well. My name is Alex and of Advice by Alex. And if you like this channel, I ask that you hit the subscribe button and the little like button as well, along with the little bell for all the little notifications of all my uploads of all my videos, and of course, all the times that I go live and things like that. Typically, I do go live right now about once a week on Sundays, but it does happen periodically where I go more during the week as well. So it just kind of depends on the schedule. But if you would like to get a personalized one-on-one reading with me for today, for the YouTube Live, it is where the link will be located in the Planoly link that is located in the bio on the picture. And there are different levels with different various points. It's always a fair price. So if you would like that as well, you can definitely do so as well. Yes, I do plan on doing some Reiki at the end of this. At the end of this reading as well, so we'll go into that as well. The reading or the readings don't include the Reiki yet. It is where I'm still doing my little sessions for people and things like that. For the practice sessions that I have to do 100 sessions. So But right now, the energy or for the Reiki is free and everything like that. So, but yeah, so that is just separate, just so that everybody is aware. So it'll just be a simple little link and everything like that. But hopefully everybody is doing well. I will say I am very excited for when this Mercury retrograde ends. This Mercury retrograde has been kicking my behind, and things like that. I feel like I've been more drained, and things like that at the end of the day. Not tired, but just where it's been not wanting to do much of things that other than what I need to get done. And things of that nature. So I don't know if anybody else has been experiencing that, but that's certainly the energies that I have been feeling, and it's just been very slow moving. And I'm like, let's go ahead into April, so that way we can get past the Mercury retrograde, and things of that nature. I'm going to change that music because I was like, that one's not always my favorite one. But anyway, but yeah, so hopefully you guys are doing well. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the reading portion and everything like that. And today we are going to be using the Psychic Tarot of the Heart. And that will be by John Hammond as well. And we're going to go ahead and pull the cards. I'm going to go ahead and tune in and see what messages are popping through right away for the energies of the week. So, right, let's get started here, guys. Alrighty, so what does everybody need to know for the week of March 23rd? March 23rd. Ooh, that card wanted to come out. Alrighty. So also just to keep in mind that this is a general collective reading, and things like that. So take what resonates with you for the week and your situation of whatever you're going through. And then of course, if you want to explore further, that is where the personal 101 kind of thing can help and things like that, because it's your individual energy. But let me go ahead and tune in and see what I am picking up energetically, and we'll go ahead through the cards, and we'll go ahead and get started with that. So what I'm tuning into the energies of this week is I do feel a lot of a couple different things right away. Is one of the feelings that I was feeling for this week was that I do feel a lot of hesitation, and then that kind of led into the word of resistance. So I feel like some of us are going to be holding ourselves back from being able to move forward in our path currently right now due to our own fears and insecurities, or whatever. If it's about a different person, then it's going to be with their own fears and insecurities. But I do feel this is in regard to where and also in regard to where the energies are also affecting us with Mercury retrograde, and I feel like the energies are going to be a little bit heavier for this week and things like that. So, what the angels are really saying when I'm tuning into the energies is that it's basically about a time of reflection. So, right now is where things are going to be coming up during the week where we have not released things yet, or we may have held back from releasing things. As one of the messages that was coming through was honesty. So I do feel that it's all about what are you not being honest with. So um, that was one of the messages that was really coming through very much. And they were also putting me to my third eye. So I feel like we're really blocking us from seeing the bigger picture of things, and that's where they are wanting you to take a time out and just kind of reflect upon what it is that you are feeling currently and honoring your emotions and things like that. So the first archangel that is really coming through right now is Archangel Sandalphon, and he's going to be giving you signs and symbols not only through nature but through music as well. So I do feel that the universe is going to be sending you that signs and symbols as well. And I'm also really hearing with that, it's that pay attention to your dreams as well because of the fact that you'll be getting messages within those dreams, and it is up to you to be able to decipher what the meaning of that dream is. I know personally for myself, one of my main gifts, besides being empathic and everything else in between, is that one of my strongest gifts is always dreams and things like that. I've always remembered my dreams growing up. I was always dreaming, and then that would lead to a lot of the feeling that I've done it before. So, what is the terminology? I know the terminology, but you guys know what I mean in regard to that. So, I'm not going to wait on it. It'll come to me later if I remember that. So, I do have my tea here with me as well. But anyway, just me chit chatting. But that is really one of the messages that was coming through. It's all about being honest with something that you are currently going through. So one of the things that the angels were pointing me to not only was the third eye, but also with the throat chakra as well, because I feel like they were wanting you to be able to release something, um, but we were hesitant on speaking our truth in regard to that. And that was also where they were pointing me to the solar plexus as well. And that was kind of another area where they were pointing me to in regard to the solar plexus. So that is one of those things as well. So that is some of the messages that were really coming through for this week. So I feel like there's another message that is coming through. I feel like it's going to be up and down kind of this week and things like that is what they're really showing me. So I feel like, again, it's kind of that up and down kind of theme that we've been having for the month of March. So I feel like we may be having a really good, and then it might be like up and down in regard to that. So it's kind of like a roller coaster if you want to think of that analogy. It's kind of like the roller coaster, up and down, up and down. So and just allowing our time to be able to take time for that self care and that self love as well. But let us go ahead here into my favorite part of the evening is always the card part. So this is all about the first card here is all about giving and receiving, and this is all about that balance. So having that balance through the week is very much important, and that kind of piggybacks onto the message that I was saying earlier in regard to the week of it being that up and down. So taking that time for self-care and self-love is very important for this week and things like that. So it's all about not overdoing. So I'm taking that time to re-energize yourself. As always, I always like to say, putting on your oxygen mask first before you help another person put theirs on. So that's another analogy that we can use for that as well. So which I feel that is a perfect analogy in regard to that. So the next card here is that we have is choose your battles. And this is all about standing your ground and honoring your truth. So again, it is kind of piggybacking into that theme that we were saying earlier in regarding to honoring and speaking up your truth, um, and setting those boundaries with other people if there are other people involved in your situation as well. So, and you may be hearing a lot of different things this week and from different directions, but it's important to honor how you are feeling in regard to the situation as well. So, um, and just important to know when to speak up and honor your voice and things like that, because your voice does matter in the situations and things like that. So that is very much where that is at, and things of that nature. So that is one of those things and stuff like that. So, but the Hopper card, along with the Choose Your Battle card, was Shine, which is that freedom. So this is all about having that, um, basically that freedom to be who you are, be able to express yourself, be able to be having that emotional freedom and things of that nature, being part of your authentic self. So I feel like this is all about allowing us to speak our voice, honoring our authentic self, and not being afraid of showing the world who we are. So that is really much an important message. And I feel like that's always a good thing to do. Allowing ourselves to be coming from that heart space, allowing ourselves to be authentic, allowing ourselves to remain humble during the process and things like that is always, always very good. So, but still having honoring your own self value and your own self worth as well. So that is very, very much important as well. So the next card here is that we have is coming together. So things are going to be coming together for us. I'm hearing it's going to be different for each person, but it's going to be a very slow moving as a whole right now. There is a lot of energetic shifts going on, not only with Mercury being in Mercury retrograde, but also the different type of planets that are out there. I'm not an astrologer by any means. I know a teensy bit, but I'm not an astrologer by any shape or form or anything like that. But and just knowing that things are coming together, and it's important. What I'm hearing is to trust in the process. So it's allowing yourself to be able to trust in the process and to be able to go with that flow and things like that. So that is there, and things of that nature. So the next card here is that we have is Peach. So this is all about soul growth. So this is us going through our lessons, and this is where they're putting me to that solar plexus. So I feel like a lot of us have been resistant to some of our lessons that we are supposed to be learning. So I feel like this is helping us to grow and evolve and having that transformation as Archangel Zachiel is coming in and helping us with that transformation right now and things of that nature. So that is really, really cool. I love learning new things and always growing and evolving, because it's interesting because whenever I look back and see how far I've come so far personally, if you were going to tell me like 10 years ago that I would go live on YouTube and do all this, I would have told you I would be like, no, I don't have that much confidence. But then I went through the healing journey, and still going through the healing journey. But it's where that helped me to gain that confidence to be able to go live and things like that. So that is really much where that is at. So But the next card here is that we have is the dedicated effort. So I feel like there's going to be, we're going to be showing signs of improvement. So I feel like it's going to be gradual. It's not going to be all at once, but there will be signs that things are slowly starting to evolve and they're starting to grow a little bit. So you'll see that little sprinkle. And now we're going to be, I always think of the winter time frame of where in the US is where it's just basically a time of developing things. So like it's a time of rebirth. So it's like a time for growth and changing direction. And then spring is planting the seeds, basically, of where we are going to be going. So, and I feel like that's where we're going to be going into and things of that nature. So now that we're in that spring time frame and things like that. So that is where that is at. So, but the overall cards here is that we have is that we have this sadness and isolation. So I feel like a lot of us have been feeling a little bit of that defeated feeling, like we have been trying so hard, but we're yet to see that change. And I feel like it's allowing that trust factor to be coming into play, but it's also allowing us to know that we're never alone and our spiritual team is always there. And know that we don't have to do everything by ourselves, not being afraid to reach out to other people that you know in regard to helping you with whatever you are going through as well, because you are never alone, and things of that nature. So it may seem that at times when we are going through things, or we may think that other people will not understand, but once we do reach out and we explain that, they do understand that. I have been in that boat. I feel once I was going through personal things and stuff like that, I was always afraid to share and express certain things. But once I expressed things in the past, I knew that I was able to release certain fears and insecurities within myself. And then, of course, everybody just respected what I was going through and then was helping me and understood what I was going through, and just kind of guided me along as well. So, and the overall card here is that we have is strengthening bond. So with whatever we are going through currently, it is where the situation will continue to build and strengthen, and knowing that you are going down the right path that you are supposed to be going down. It is just where the light is guiding you, but it is where we have to go down that journey. So basically, so interesting metaphor in itself that I was picking up there, but that is definitely where I was picking up. But I'm debating on what cards I want to use next. I don't know. I'm kind of being drawn to my Angel Prayer deck by Kyle Gray. I think that's where I'm going to go ahead and do that one because they're guiding me toward this deck here. So we're going to use this deck here with Kyle Gray Angel Prayers. So that is what we are going to be doing. Alrighty, so what does everybody need to know for this upcoming week of March 23rd? Oh, well, thank you, Andrea. I definitely appreciate it. It's definitely a good deck. I've had it for a while, actually. Ooh. Okay, we've had that card before as well. You guys, I love how the universe works, and it ties in with everything that we've been talking about. So I feel like this is just that um, confirmation of what we've been talking about. So the first card here is that we have is Honor Your Beauty. And it is, thank you, Jophiel, for helping me discover my inner and outer beauty. So that is very awesome. I love that. So that's just a reflection of what the angels are saying, is that it's going back to what we were discussing earlier with honoring our inner child, helping us work through our inner child, healing our inner child wounds, and honoring who we are and being not afraid of being our authentic self and things like that. So that is really much where that is at, and things of that nature. So that is absolutely incredible. Love, 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 love that. So the next card here is that we have is the inner voice. And it is, thank you, angels, for guiding me through my inner voice. So this is all about us listening to our intuition, listening to our guides, angels, loved ones on the other side, and things of that nature. So that is really incredible, and things of that nature. So love that. So the next card here is that we have is Inner Power, the Divine Father. And it's Divine Father, thank you for co-creating my world with me. So knowing that we are the co-creators of our universe, of our world, that we are in, and what of our individual path of what we want to manifest into our world at this time. And then this is also about stepping into our personal power and having the courage to speak that truth that we were talking about earlier. So this is all just confirmations of everything that we've been going through. Oh my goodness, I love that. And the next card here, guys, I kind of laughed at this when I drew it, but this is just going to be a confirmation of what we were talking about, is that it is connect with music. And it is, thank you, angels, for inspiring me through music. So this is just that sign and simple, knowing that you'll receive messages not only through music, but through nature. So that is basically 1,000%. I can't make this stuff up and things like that. So that is so crazy that it came out. The next card here is that we have is Loved One in Heaven. And it is, thank you, loved ones in heaven, for drawing close at this time. So going back to knowing that you're not alone at this time, knowing that your loved ones on the other side are coming through and they're watching over you at this time. So just know that if you receive messages from them this week, that they are guiding you and supporting you, which I wouldn't be surprised if they do. And things of that nature. So the overall card here is that we have is Healthy Choices. Thank you, angels, for guiding me to make healthy choices. So this is all about standing up for what you believe in, setting those boundaries with other people. Also, beginning to focus on you and honoring what you feel is right. And then also, it is where we can also make that a priority for helping us to basically just helping us with our own personal health and everything like that, and making the right wellness choices as well to help improve that area. So that is definitely a wide variety of different things going on here for today. So the next card here is that we have is Manifesting Miracles with Archangel Orion. Thank you, Orion, for manifesting your miracles in my world. So this is a beautiful card here as well. I will say the artwork for this deck is beautiful. So it is just knowing that we are manifesting things into reality. Things are coming, and that's kind of going along with that coming together card that we had earlier, is that it is just where things are coming together. So I feel that this deck kind of basically just summed everything up so beautifully. I absolutely love that. And things of that nature. So that is there. And the next deck that we're going to be using is for the soul lessons. So this is the soul lesson or the soul's journey lesson cards by James Van Praagh. So that is where that is at, and things of that nature. So that is there. All right. So what does everybody need to know for this week? Oh, wow. Well, right off the bat, our guys are not playing with us today, or for this week. Okay. So the first card here that we have is loneliness. I know that I am never alone. So knowing that you are never alone, and really just knowing that you have that support around you, and knowing that things will be okay. So just knowing that that is a lesson for this week, and things of that nature. So knowing that others do have your back, and things of that nature. So that is that is so funny that this card, of all the cards that we've been talking about, that this card popped up for this week, I should say. The next card here that we have is patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. So this is just knowing that we have to be a little bit patient for this week. There might be some trying times, but just know that things will work out, and that things are just a little bit slow in general right now due to the energies of Mercury retrograde. So the next card here is the Envy card. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. So this is just a reminder not to compare ourselves with other people, and knowing that everyone has their own individual paths with their own lessons that they are currently going through. And we are all going to end up at where we need to get to. It's just some people are at different levels. So it's just part of our soul growth and our soul learning of what we signed up for in our soul contracts before we came to Earth, or Earth School, I should say. So that is really, really awesome, and things of that nature. So, but I absolutely love that. So that is really awesome. Alrighty, so before the overall message, I will draw one from my new deck that I got, which is the Archangel Michael, and it is with the Adoring Virtue, but it's an oldie but a goodie. Definitely an old card deck. Alrighty, so what does everybody need to know from Archangel Michael? Ooh. Okay, so ask Archangel Michael to help with this situation. Archangel Michael, thank you for assisting me with describe the situation. Please help me be filled with faith and peace at all times. So knowing that you are not alone, and that Archangel Michael is there to help in the process. So a beautiful, beautiful message for us all, and things of that nature. So, but yeah, so that is an awesome, awesome message. So we're going to go here into the overall message of this week in general, which is the soul truth, the self-awareness. So that is really awesome. Love that deck. All right, so what does everybody need to know for this week? Okay, so we got 2 cards. So we had a hopper card, everybody. So our guides definitely do have a lot to say for this week. So what else could this mean? Interesting. So there are always multiple ways to look at every situation. Our first reaction is usually rooted in our own fears and limiting beliefs. Look at a situation today by stepping outside of the trigger and ask what else could this mean? Well, that is definitely hitting home for sure. And today's soul action, is there something your soul is calling you to learn in this moment? Or is there a pattern that is ready to be broken? Walk in the other person's shoes and see it from their perspective. If it doesn't involve someone else, ask yourself, how is life happening for me right now? So, well, that's a beautiful message in itself. What else could this mean? So, absolutely love that. And then the last card here is, does my life have room for more pleasure and play? So in what areas are you lacking pleasure right now? Maybe in a certain relationship or with work? Is it possible to shift the seriousness of life to experiencing a more creative, wild, and playful side of you? Today's soul action, what would happen if you added more play and laughter into your life? What area is lacking this right now? Take time to play. Let go of any need to produce anything. So that is amazing. So that's going back to that, not only the self-care that we are talking about for this week, but we're also going to be going back to healing that inner child. So, and part of that is just allowing yourself to be free to be able to express that shine card that we were talking about earlier. So I feel like those were just really like, oh my goodness, wow. So, but anyway, that brings us to the end of the collective reading. We'll be going here into the Reiki portion momentarily here. But if you would like to get a personalized reading with me, it is located in the Planoly link, located in my bio and by the little picture, or it's in the description of this video as well for the live. And there are different levels for everything and things like that. So, but hopefully you guys did enjoy that. I'm going to disconnect from the collective. All right. So that is where that was. So, but we're going to go here into the Reiki portion. So I definitely feel like we should include some of that into the Reiki for this evening. Is there a particular crystal that you guys would like? I have a few. I don't have a wide variety, but I do have quite a few. I do think that the rose quartz would be beneficial for this evening. So I do have my rose quartz here. So I don't know if you can see that, but I do have my rose quartz for the Reiki. But of course, I do have my selenite. So I love the selenite and things of that nature. So we'll definitely be using that. I'm just trying to think of what else the crystal-wise I want to use. I'm being told also to grab my malachite and then my fluorite as well. So I think a lot of heart-centeredness for the Reiki for this evening and things like that. But of course, it'll be ways that you can set your own intentions as well. But I feel like that is something that I will be getting as well. So let me grab my malachite here. All right, so I do have the malachite and everything like that. So that is the malachite as well. And I will be going, I have to get my fluorite in the other room. So that is in the other room. So I'll be right back, guys. All right. So I do have my fluorite here. It is awesome. Love the fluorite. So I'm going to check to see the link and everything like that. So just to make sure. Okay, we are good there. So we'll be going ahead and here to the Reiki. So I am going to get like a couple minute break here. I will be back. I want to warm up my tea here as well, and then I'll be right back with the Reiki portion. So I'm going to get this squared away here, and I will be right back with you guys. All right, everybody. So I do apologize about that wait there. So I am back. So, all right. So let's go ahead here into the Reiki portion. So I, at this time, just remember to consent for yourself, for the greatest and higher good, and shield and protect what doesn't resonate. And then, of course, I always ask that adults consent for themselves, but you can consent for yourself and your children. And also your pets as well can be included in the healing for today and things like that. So it is where you can consent as well. If you are setting an alarm or you're going to plan to fall asleep to this, remember to set your alarm. And then, of course, if you need to take any medications, please remember to take any medications or anything like that. as a gentle reminder, and things of that nature. So, and remember to have water or tea to hydrate. I just got my tea warmed up there, so we are good to go. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the selenite cleanse here at the beginning here, and we're going to get started from here. All right, so we're going to go ahead here and take a moment to hydrate and stretch. And we're going to go ahead here into the malachite. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Andrea. I'm glad that it's helping with your lungs and everything like that. I'm glad that it's helping you feel definitely a lot better. Hopefully, it is definitely bringing some relief. I was definitely feeling in that area, Andrea, for sure. I was definitely like, I wasn't sure why I was bringing that feeling into my area when I was starting with this crystal in particular, but they were definitely bringing it in that area for me. I just had like my shoulder pop. Lower right side is the most. Okay. So hopefully that does improve for you. All right, can everybody see me? Hopefully, I don't know what happened there, but I think I am back. That was really, really interesting of how it like stopped and then it reconnected. Internet glitch, I would imagine. Oh, thank you, Andrea. Thank you for waiting. I don't know what happened there. I was just like concentrating and I was concentrating on the energy. And I was like, what happened? I just see myself with my eyes closed on my screen. I was like, thankfully it let me restart it. So I was like, I don't want to have to start a whole new live and things like that. And where it would just like pause, you know. Maybe that was just the universe's way of letting us know that the malachite was finished and things like that. So we're going to go ahead and transition. I'm going to go ahead and do the fluorite and then the last crystal will be the rose quartz before the selenite. So, but I think that was just the universe's way of being like, oh, it's time to transition into the next crystal. Right. So let us go ahead here. And remember to hydrate and stretch as well with that last part there. Just checking on the music because kind of got a little quiet there. We can also chalk it up to Mercury retrograde as well. Oh, I'm getting the tinglies with this crystal. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna hydrate and stretch. And we're gonna go ahead into the rose quartz and we'll end with the selenite cleanse, yeah? All right. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and take a moment to hydrate and stretch. And we're going to go ahead into the final selenite cleanse. All right, so we're going to go ahead into the final one here, and we will close out from there. Alrighty. So that is the end of the selenite cleanse. Wow, I definitely feel a lot more balanced after that myself. With being able to do that Reiki for everybody and things like that. So hopefully everybody is feeling good and everything like that. I'm just going to check and see if there's anything on the link and to make sure I didn't miss anything. And then we'll go ahead and end it from there. All right, so we are good. Oh, I'm so glad, and Andrea, I'm glad that you enjoyed it. And thank you everybody for listening and watching. So, and until next week, everybody, I may do a couple during the week as well. It just kind of depends on what is going on, but I might try to fit a couple in. Not sure yet though. Yeah, so hopefully everybody is doing well. I am sending you so much love, angel blessings. And of course, if you like this channel, I ask that you hit the subscribe button and the little like button as well. And the little bell for all the notifications as well. And until next time, everybody, I'm going to be sending you so much love, angel blessings, and I will talk with you all very soon. Bye, everybody.